My name is Jonathan Titus, and I operate Titus Dentistry in Middletown, Indiana. Before finding Primus, we had gone through a lengthy process of trying to figure out what our long-term game plan ought to be. We had thought about staying put and trying to remodel our existing location, as well as looking at a few other locations to buy and potentially remodel. And we had finally settled on the new construction option and started vetting builders, and Primus had come up in a couple different conversations and led us to kind of investigate further. I had doubts and fears about working with anyone, so this was the first time I'd done a project like this. And so there were a lot of unknowns. I didn't quite know what to expect or what the scope of the project was going to be. And I think the thing that Primus did that ultimately led me to choose them is they helped focus the scope of the project. So it made me comfortable that there was a roadmap to kind of lead us from, conception to actual fruition of the project. Being a first timer, you kind of have to trust the people you're working with, that they're going to help guide you and point you in the right direction. And so there was just a good connection there. I didn't feel like there was a lot of selling involved. They were really straightforward and blunt about what they thought was possible. And I think that helped make it seem like a more realistic option than some of the others. The ease of communication and how reasonable Ross and Mitch and the whole team was, just with hearing my ideas and trying to tell me what was feasible and what was maybe a little bit too far out there, was helpful in kind of figuring out what direction the whole project ought to head. Before and after this project, I would say there's definitely been some changes in a couple different areas. One, we've been a lot busier. And again, it's only been a couple months since we opened up the new location, but I'd say our new patient flow has increased probably 3 times just in the past couple months. So that's been an unexpected benefit. And then the extra space we have in the building has allowed us to be much more efficient and much more productive in just how we schedule patients and see patients. So professionally, we've already seen the benefits. Going back to the relationship aspect, that was so key for me in knowing that I could trust a professional who's been through this multiple times before, that's built specifically for what I'm trying to build, and can guide me through that process was probably the key. It was not nearly as painful a process as I thought it was going to be going into it. Primus did make it pretty easy from start to finish. They held my hand through the whole thing. And they took a lot of the burden that I've heard of some of my, dental school classmates had to shoulder in their own building projects. And so I'm, extremely pleased with the outcome, and they made it easy.